Yu-Gi-Oh has changed a lot over the years. Seemingly new archetypes come out every few months, leaving older strategies in the dust. Cards that were once powerhouses are now considered bulk. But lately, Konami have been coming out with support for these old archetypes to either give them a fresh start or actually make them viable in the first place. 2025 is the year of the Yu-Gi boomers, and I wanted to prove that whether you're a new player or a returning veteran, you can find competitive success using your favorite monsters. So I'm taking 3 structures of Yu-Gi-Oh's most powerful monster and officially starting from scratch. In the last episode, we did probably our worst performance at locals to date, but it isn't the end of the world, because this week, it's regionals, baby. This is the last regional before YCS Richmond, and I wanted to go for a few reasons. 1 is to try to get invited for nationals. 2 is because more people means more trade opportunities, and 3, traveling is fun, man. But before we can do any of that, let's open some packs. Another week, another chance at the elusive Lord Reload. At this point, I'm questioning if the card even got printed in Battles of Legends. I'm questioning if the card even got put in Monstrous Mayhem to begin with. But there's always that slim chance. We pulled an Ether Barrel and 2 Drill Beam. There is the chance of us pulling the Lord Reload. Got Necros Kaleidoscope and Necros of Metralton. Lapidars are stamped, Necros Mirror, and Gemnite Lazuli. Already, I hate how they have the secret rares just in random spots. Just let me be surprised, right? Or let me figure out where it's going to be at, so that way I can not get immediately disappointed. Or put it in the very back. Just put it in the very back. Unchained Soul of Anguished. Ooh, Chibi Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon as our secret rare. Kitchen Dragon Maid is our stamped. Fairy Tale Prologue and Disciples of the True Draco Phoenix. If we can get 1 Lordly Load, we're in business, dude. Wonko, Noble Knight of the Forest. We got well, we got one. Too bad we already got ours. I think ours is an Ultra, so this is a rarity bump if anything. Stardust Cipher Divine Dragon. Dingirsu with the stamp on it. Fabled Realms Revival and S38 Titanic Galaxy. Like I said, I think ours is the Ultra, so nice and rarity bump with the silver at the very least. Gemnite Prismora, Necroquip Princess, Very Magic Lacrima of Light has our secret, and our stamped is Orcus Brass Bombard and Fabled Gamajin. Alright, 2 packs left. Can we get the Lordly Load? We have Gemnite Alexandrite, Scrap Garage, Zorora the Magistus of Vethragna, and No Punk Ogre Dance, and Bat the Forest Ninja. Last pack. Can we please get a Lordly Load or something that can get us a trade for a Lordly Load? Please. We have Heraldic Beast Unicorn. I hate seeing these cards in here with a burning passion. The fact that these cards got put in here is a crime. The fact that Konami allowed those cards to be put in here is absurd. Because why? What is the point? They just got reprinted in your latest Rarity Collection set. I do not understand. Were people just fiending to play the new Dragon Rulers? Because guess what? They're not good. But we got a few things here. We got our Dragon Maid stamped cards. We have our Mech Knight stamped cards, our No Punk stamped cards. And these are secrets. I think the best one is the Cipher, and honestly, we're probably going to put it in the deck, assuming ours is the Ultra. I'm fairly certain ours is the Ultra, but just in case, this would be put into the deck. But let's get these packed up, because we got a regional go to, and there's still a chance that we could get a Lordly Load in trades at the regional. We didn't get any trades before going into regionals, but that's okay, because we have the ultimate deck built already, minus Lordly Load, of course. All right, new deck list for regional. I got a wild one this week. Also, sorry for the mic quality. My microphones are dead, and it's the only chance I have to record for the rest of the day before the episode goes out. So you're gonna have to bear with me. But this is a bit of a cope deck, and you'll see why in a second. We're running, of course, the 2 Blue Eyes, 3 Ulti Sage, 3 Maiden, 1 Neo Kaiser, 3 copies of Wishes, 1 Roar, Mausoleum, Ultimate Fusion, True Light, and Majesty. I do like these. I want to see if I can find any like Blue Eyes or Blue Eyes adjacent support that we could throw in here. I know we had like Bingo Machine Go, but now that we have like more stuff to search off of Wishes as opposed to just, you know, Roar and Majesty, I think that Bingo Machine Go is kind of a mute point. But I also want to see if there's any other just random Blue Eyes tech support that I can find that's just like, wait a minute, that's kind of good. So we'll see what we can find, but that's going to be our Blue Eyes engine. And then next we have the Primite engine. We have the 3 Ether Barrel, 2 Drill Beam, and 1 Roar. Like I said in the last episode, Roar is a poor man's Lordly Load, but we can't search any Primite spells, but we can get out Blue Eyes with it. And it makes Blue Eyes unable to be destroyed by battle up until the end of our opponent's turn. And KK is also losing her mind because she knows what's about to pop up. So that's a good inclusion for the deck. And the next engine, we're running both. I just wanted to see what the 2 engines look like kind of together. And the reason being is because we can set up Drill Beam with our Primite Ether Barrel. So we do Ether Barrel, set Drill Beam. And then after that, if we have a means to get a Full Metal Dragon, and we do that, like if we just start with Max Metamorph in hand, we have a Drill Beam negate. As long as that Blue Eyes on the field, we can then tribute Max Metamorph to get a Full Metal. That gives us 2 negates. One of them is a negate and burn, and the other one is a negate and banish, which is really, really good. But it's kind of like the scene from My Hero, where Full Metal is All Might passing a torch onto Midoriya, and Drill Beam is One for All and Question. But again, like I said, this is kind of a cope build of the deck, where it's kind of like a final send-off for Full Metal. It's been with us for a long time, and it's time to say goodbye to Full Metal. We are now officially able to play Primite, so what a better send-off than actually taking it to a regional. And finally, our non-engine. We're playing a lot of non-engine. 3 Ash, 3 Droll, 3 Ghost Bell, 2 Veiler, 1 Nib, 1 Designator called by Talons, 2 Imperm, and a Synchro Rumble. Obviously, Synchro Rumble is searchable by Crimson Dragon, so we get it out and we add this to hand. Also, if we hard start with it, it's not the end of the world because we get a level 1 tuner back. So we can special summon Sage or Maiden to keep going to synchro plays. So it's not a brick, but it is a brick. And I opted to throw in Ghost Bell because Mitsurugi Raizio is still very much a thing, but it also stops Yummy. So we went with that. And if they're going first with Yummy, on main phase, we can Nibiru them. Before they go into battle, we can nib them. So it's just a really good card to have. And then Ash and Droll are just Ash and Droll. Imperm is Imperm. Cross out and call by is to stop their hand traps against us and to stop their Nibiru against us. So that's why it's in there. Everything else, pretty self-explanatory. Next up is the extra deck. I don't think I really made any changes between this episode and the last. We're still running the Blue Eyes Fusions combination. 2 Spirit, 1 Ultimate Spirit, 1 Crimson, 1 Blazar, 1 Cypher, 1 Ancient Fairy Life, 1 Life Storm, 1 Moonlight, 2 Sphere Modes, and 2 Spirits. Picking up our 15 count extra deck. Again, didn't really change since the last episode. If you want to know my thoughts and opinions on this, you can just check out the last episode. Why are you starting at episode 15? And finally, the extra deck, or the side deck, I should say. 3 Fulos, 2 Bestials in here. Mag and Joystorm made it into the side deck. They're just too good to cut completely, so we threw them in the side. Our extra Nibiru, 2 Lightning Storm, 1 Feather Duster, 3 Book of Eclipse, and 3 Dark Ruler No More. It's just a good extra side deck. Like I said, Bestial, Jerusalem, and Magamut were too good to cut because I did cut the Bestial engine to make room for the Full Metal engine because it was pretty much 6 for 6. So we cut those, put those on the side. For those, I think we took out the Ghost Ogres. Dark Ruler No More is just really good this format. Book of Eclipse is good going first or second, depending on what you're facing up against. Lightning Storms and Feather Dusters, again, it's just a really good going second card. Some people in my community told me to put Fulos in the main. I just can't bring myself to put Fulos in the main. It's just like, if I draw it going first, unless my opponent is playing something that can actively special summon during my turn, then it's just a dead card. And though there are archetypes that do that, right now we're about to get to Killer Tunes with Synchro during my turn, Draco Tails Fusion during my turn, and what was it? The K9's XZs during my turn. We're entering that phase, but I don't think we're far enough in to where it can warrant putting Fulos in. So I think it's, for now, a great side deck card, but that is the deck we are taking to regionals. So let us get into the play-by-play. With the new deck list in hand, we move on to regionals. Usually here I have some footage to show you guys from my time in Atlanta, but I forgot my camera back home, so on to the play-by-play. Alright, another regional, another recap. As always, we are not allowed to record our matches in regionals or just record in the venue at all, so here we are. I do have notes about how my matches went, so let's get into the recap. Round 1, we won the die roll against a White Forest player. It's actually another chat boy named Jevin. Shoutouts to you. During game 1, I made a huge misplay and I ended with True Light, Build Dream, and Max Metamorph. So ideally, what'll happen here is during his draw phase, I summon Blue Eyes off of the True Light, then make Drill Beam live. So when I use the negate on Drill Beam, I immediately activate Max Metamorph, attributing the Blue Eyes to go into a full metal, so that way I have another Omni Negate. Here's the thing. I am so used to draw phase, summon Blue Eyes, still in draw phase, activate Metamorph, that I did that off of instinct. So I attributed my Blue Eyes, summoned full metal, which gave me an Omni Negate, but that was it. I had one Omni Negate instead of two. So he's able to just combo out. I have one negate, no interruption in hand. Wasn't enough. We go on to game 2. Game 2, I choose to go first. My starting hand, I have Ash, Bell, Valor, Called By, and Wishes. I use the Wishes, discarding Bell to add. He ashes it. I call by the Ash. On res, he fools. So I have to go full combo, ending in Spirit and Spheres. But he was able to draw Nib before leaving the main. I was able to summon Black Metal off of the Spheres once it was attributed, and I was able to combo out into a Spheres pass. During his standby phase, I activated True Light to summon back to Blue Eyes, and I was able to activate the set Max Metamorph I was able to get from being able to do the Black Metal Dragon plays. But he just drew a bajillion quadrillion cards in his hand from the Fulos, so he takes the whole round. Round 2, I lose a die roll against K9 Malice. Game 1, he's able to go full combo. I had 0 interruption. I didn't have anything that could get through his board whatsoever, so we just move on to game 2. So for game 2, I decided to go second because I was looking through my side and I thought to myself, what are the odds he's going to add a bunch of K9 cards to stop anything activated from the hand like Maiden. So I go second and my gamble paid off because all he could do was set 2 and pass. For the next 3 turns, it's low to the ground plays for both of us until he goes through all my interruptions and he's just able to go into access code and swing for quadrillion damage. Round 3, I lose the die roll against K9 Crystron this time. Game 1, he combos into Infinity and Ripper and negates everything I can do, so we just go to game 2. Game 2, I combo out, ending on Spirit, True Light, Ultimate Fusion, Drill Beam, and Majesty. I forget what it was he activated in Grave specifically, but he activated a Grave effect. I negated it with Spirit, and then on resolution, I immediately bounced out in Cosmic Blazar, so we just go to game 3. Game 3, he ashes my Fulos, and he's able to end the Clockwork Continuous spell. Now, if you don't know what this card does, it turns all my stuff into machines, so no matter what I summon, I cannot link it into Spirit. So all I can do is normal Black Metal Dragon. I say normal instead of set because I didn't realize that it changed my typing at the time. And I'm able to set a Book of Eclipse. He activates a card targeting my Book of Eclipse to destroy it, but I went ahead and activated just so I can get something off. Plus, any cards that he summoned that turn stay face down. But he's able to flip 2 cards he summoned the previous turn back face up. And he's able to combo out to do enough damage for lethal. So with that, X3 record, I drop. But that's not the only reason we went to regionals. And when you go to regionals, there are vendors, and vendors are willing to do trades with you. That's exactly what I did. First off, for our opening, because we do get entry packs for entering a regional, I was able to get nothing really of note except for 1 card, and that is the new Kaiba Man Secret Rare. Most decks usually play 1 of this guy. A YouTuber by the name of Syriax actually won a regional by playing 3 of them. So we might play 3, we might just stick with the 1, who knows. But onto the trades, we were able to trade a whole bunch of stuff. First off, we were able to trade everything you see on screen here for finally a lordly load. We are 1 step closer to playing Primite at its
full power. 2 more and we are set. Next thing we traded for, we didn't really do a whole lot. Here's the trades that we did for, and we were able to get the Primite Fusion as well as the Fusion Monster. I know they're technically bad, but they are floodgates against Yummy, and Yummy is the best deck in the format currently, especially since it's getting even more support. So I do think that picking these up, though we may not use them, might still pay off. And that is going to be the regional run. And now I got a question for you guys. Now, there's no question we've been opening Monstrous Mayhem and the chance of getting a Lordly Load. My budget each week is $30, but I buy the booster boxes because they're that much cheaper. I still have over half a booster box left in here, and the Megatins have Lordly Load in it, plus a bunch of other high value stuff that we could potentially trade off or use as rarity bumps for the deck. So next episode for sure will not have a Megatin opening. It will be Monstrous Mayhem, but depending on what you guys say will determine what we open up going forward. In the comments, I want you to tell me, do we option A, go ahead and open the whole box so that way we can potentially get another Lordly Load, because there could be a Lordly Load in here. Option 2, do we just divvy up the box each week like we've been doing? Because my prices I go by are MSRP. MSRP is $4.99 a pack, so $30 each. That gives us 6 packs. So do we continue doing that? Or do we open up our last 6 in the following video and then scrap the box and just go for the Megatins? Option C, I like the least because it makes it to where if there is a Lordly Load in here, we do not get it. But those are our options. So, that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button, comment, think of the video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Helps you out, helps yourself as a whole. I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.